China forces Uyghur Muslims to drink alcohol, eat pork in latest oppression.
Here's a summary of the article.
China is unabatedly continuing its oppression and incarceration of Muslim minorities in the country, now forcing them to drink alcohol and eat pork, both of which are forbidden by Islam. Locals in Xinjiang said that they were being threatened by Chinese authorities with imprisonment in China's re-education camps if they did not attend Lunar New Year dinners where pork was being served, according to a report by the Free Asia Radio. Starting last year, some people have been forced to eat pork so they can celebrate a festival belonging to the Han Chinese. China's oppression and threats don't stop there as it continues its campaign to assimilate Uyghurs into Han Chinese culture by forcing Muslims to hang up symbols of the Spring Festival, a synonym for the Lunar New Year. Kazakhs don't celebrate Spring Festival, said a Kazakh woman who only gave her first name, Casey. Many refer to China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, home to many ethnic minorities, including the Turkic Uyghur people, as East Turkestan. Uyghurs, a Turkic ethnic group that make up 45% of the population of Xinjiang, accuse China of carrying out repressive policies that restrain their religious, commercial and cultural activities. China's Muslim incarceration camps have attracted heavy criticism from the international community as Beijing continually denied their existence and repeatedly rejected allegations of abuses against the country's Uyghur minority for years, opting to call them vocational camps. Instead, Xinjiang region is home to around 10 million Uyghurs.
This post received a score of 4,925, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The funny thing is that if they starve them of all other foods but these in some attempt to convert them into normal, Chinese people, under Muslim rules, if you're starving, the normal dietary laws don't apply.
Normal dietary laws don't apply if your life is under threat either. I think it's called taqiyya or something.
Honestly, Muslims' dietary constraints are some of the most sensible of the Abrahamic religions. Not the choices necessarily, but it's very much, look, we know you gotta do your thing and stay alive and shit, so don't murder each other if you gotta eat a pig to live.
Do Christians have any dietary restraints?
The one I can think of is no meat during Lent. Unless the meat is from fish like beavers and alligators. Beaver is a fish.
It has to do with devout French fur trappers, so the church decreed that it was a fish, same with alligator but for Louisiana people. Also Catholics eating fish on Friday is why the McFish became a thing.
I love how everyone heard that and was like, yep, totally makes sense. God didn't want us eating meat on a Friday, at least until he discovered there was money to be made selling fur. Then he clearly ordained beavers as fish. All I'm saying is God keeps changing his rules on, guilts me about anything that feels good, and tries to put a whole bunch of random restrictions on me. I didn't know he was my mother.
It wasn't really a decision based on scripture or suddenly acquired divine knowledge, it was based on the fact that they didn't have much access to more traditional sources of meat, but had a bunch of beaver beef, so to help them not starve the church said they can eat beaver. The same story with Louisiana, but with alligator. And it's not so much that they declared beaver a fish, but that fish was eaten to be eaten instead of traditional land meat, cows, chicken, etc. on Fridays as sign of devotion, which just became synonymous with fish.
So if they get to just arbitrarily decide when and where God's rules apply, one must wonder why they can't do the same for same-sex relationships. Wait, they do, when priests molest and rape children.
What a weird flex of power.
Spanish and French used to do this to Jews or people they suspected of being secret Jews, IIRC.
How would you go about volunteering as a secret Jew to access this state-sponsored pork and booze diet? Asking for a friend.
I can volunteer as secret Muslim for pork and booze too, I don't discriminate.
Does China also hate indigenous Amazonian spiritual traditions? Because I could use some ayahuasca right about now.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.